Second, we would like to see a central claim, or maybe coupled claims, maybe a complex argument with a couple claims in it, that's fine, but central claim with good supporting evidence from the film. So this is being graded in a very, I don't know, you might say high schoolish kind of way. But one thing that happens, I think, when you get to college, that I'm critical of, is that you'll get, some of your writing teachers go, hey, that 5-paragraph essay style that they hopefully taught you in high school, keep doing that. We love that. That's very well organized, it's very tight, it's a good way to make a statement, support it with evidence, and then close with a statement. It's logical, it's, so some people like me are like, great, keep doing that, And then other people are like, you need to loosen up your essay structure. You need to throw off the shackles of 5-paragraph essay and embrace your interviews. Don't do that. Don't do that here. There may be places in life where that's totally appropriate and a good idea, not on this assignment though. Creative writing, for example. Don't do your creative writing in 5-paragraph essay style, especially if you're writing like poetry or play. Other kinds of writing, you're writing journalistic writing, not appropriate, etc. Technical writing might not be appropriate, usually probably is. But anyway, as far as basic writing skills, one thing you should get from college is nail this way to write an essay. Even if it's not the only way to write an essay, it's a great, useful tool for you to come from college with. So let this hopefully contribute to developing that skill set. Or really, you're already getting there, let's master it. Okay. The Cool Hand Luke essay assignment in very small print. Here are some sample theses. Okay, so you're probably wondering at this point, what would I do? Okay, I'm supposed to write about themes of conformity and obedience, or obedience in Cool Hand Luke. What would be an example of an argument that I might then go to develop, get supportive evidence from the film to support? What would be an example of some of these arguments? Well, you can keep it simple, and simple is fine. This is an exercise in a well-executed, tight essay. So you can keep it simple and say, Cool Hand Luke is a film that's essentially about disobeying authority, and you just make the case. Not even bring up conformity. Just talk about disobeying authority. Here's evidence from the film. 3 types of evidence, or periods of the film, that support this claim, and then you close out, you say, haha, I proved it, I'm good, give me my A. All right. Another simple one, you'd say, while the lead character in the film, Cool Hand Luke, frequently disobeys authority, he is just as motivated by the desire to be disconformist, a nonconformist among his fellow prisoners. That would be, a slightly more nuanced kind of thing. You say, okay, it looks like a film is about disobedience to authority. He's cutting off, the heads of parking meters. You got the warden of the jail saying, you got a problem with authority. But really, I think this film is secretly a lot about nonconformity. And nonconformity is different from disobedience. Disobedience is when you disobey orders from an authority. Nonconformity is when you don't act like your peers, And it's really a film that's as much about nonconformity as it is about disobedience. So that would be interesting, pretty simple. You could support that. I would enjoy reading that essay. That would be something I would do for fun on a Friday. Just read that essay. I read it multiple times. Okay. So more complex. Here's an example of more complex thesis. Please. Though the lead character in Cool Hand Luke strives to be a nonconformist and disobedient, he never ultimately achieves his goals. In many subtle ways, he is still very much a conformist and obedient to authority. That's clever. That's subtle. That'd be nice if you can support it, right? Maybe it's not that clever. But anyway, the best essay that I've ever read on this essay assignment basically had that thesis. And it was totally clever. It was about how, even though Luke is trying to construct his own rules, how he's going to live his life and disobey authority and be a nonconformist, ultimately in subtle ways throughout the film, he's actually still totally conformist and obedient. His conscience, actually. Yeah, it was very good. It had this beautiful last sentence, like she really pulled off the last sentence thing, and it was great. Okay. Can you stop text messaging in class? Thank you. Yes. Or whatever you're doing on this thing. Okay. Cool Hand Luke demonstrates how nonconformity and disobedience, though socially unacceptable, are essential to individual happiness and fulfillment. That would be interesting if you were to say, oh, Luke has to do this stuff in order to be happy, and if he doesn't, he's not happy, and look how unhappy people are who disobey and are conformist. That'd be interesting. I would enjoy that. I'd read that on Saturday. This one, the film Cool Hand Luke exposes an interesting contradiction of social life, how there are social benefits to conformity and obedience, these are quite obvious, but also social benefits to nonconformity and disobedience. Or you might even just talk about conformity in a statement like this, whatever. Okay, so are you getting a sense of some claims or thesis statements that you can construct and then hang your essay on? I'd love for you to come up with something besides these, by the way, though I don't strictly require it. It would be very cool if you came up with your own thesis statement. Questions? Okay. Really? Okay, I like that there's no questions, but I'm very suspicious. Okay, so you got the structure, you got some example theses that you could potentially use, and we've learned a ton about Cool Hand Luke, we've learned a ton about conformity and obedience, so that should be clear. No questions? No questions. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, if you make references, if you make in-text citations, please give bibliography again. That'd be great. Excellent question. That's a great question. Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am. I don't know yet. The readers are still grading the breaching exercises, so there's a little bit of a lag. I'll try to let you know as soon as I know, though. Feel free to ask next class meeting. I'll probably know more if I forget to say anything. Okay. All right. So, oh shit, I just went through. Okay. I'm just whizzing through the material. Are you following all this? This is good, right? We're just going really fast now. Okay, so what are some conclusions from the Milgram experiment? What are some things that we find matters? One of the big observations from the Milgram experiment is people obey a lot, right? They obey authority way more than you would think they would. Isn't that interesting? Yes, that's interesting. Most people leave learning about the Milgram experiment with that being the only insight. That and social psychologists are very freaky individuals in white coats. Another observation is the proximity of the victim matters. So what evidence do we have that? Well, Milgram ran all these different versions of the study where made the victim more proximal, right? You have the one where they're behind a window and you barely even see them, and people obey authority every time, right? They have the one where they're in the other room and you don't hear much of them, and then they obey authority at a very high rate. Then you hear them with a heart condition, you obey them, you obey authority a little bit less, and eventually they're 1.5 feet away, and the rate of obedience to authority goes down to like 40%, and eventually you're pressing their hand down on a shock plate, killing them right in front of your own eyes, and you only do it 30% of the time. Aren't we virtuous people? So why would the proximity of the victim matter so much? Well, there's a few reasons. One is credibility of the study. You're much more likely to believe that can you all stop talking to the person who just texted me? Thank you. So you're much more likely to find the study credible if you can see the person and you're pretty damn sure that they're there, that they're really there. You know what I mean? There may be some part in the back of your head where you're like, maybe this isn't real. Maybe, just maybe, they raped the assignment, they aren't real shocks, they're playing an audio tape in the back. Maybe. I think for the most part the study's very convincing to people, but it's a little bit more credible, it's a little bit more real, and so you're less likely to obey authority because you know you're really doing it. Yes? Well, they tended to say no. I didn't. Okay, that's a very interesting question. They asked me after the study, did you believe the study? Did you believe everything we told you? Did you think you might be killing this person? And the answer is complicated. Like, yes, it was a very convincing study. People, report, whoa, I totally thought that was freaky and real. People do tend to say, no, I didn't think I was killing the person. But it's hard to know, if they just said that to not say, oh yeah, I'm a murderer. Sorry. So that part's a little less reliable. People definitely reported high levels of belief in the setting, and we have good reason to think that it was very credible to subjects. But what I'm saying is maybe there's a difference between 99% certain and 99.9 kind of. And when the person's right there, you really think that it's real. You're sure. And when there's another room, you can maybe deceive yourself a little bit. I don't know. But we have good reason to think the credibility of the study was generally high, and it's a great question. Also, empathy. A lot of research shows you empathize more with individuals and with non-human animals as well that are close to you. They're in close proximity, close physical proximity. So empathy might be higher as the victim grows closer. Also, feelings of responsibility. We talked a lot about like the diffusion of responsibility, right? That it's very easy. Human beings are very good at sort of saying, oh, I don't have responsibility for this situation. And when they're in the other room, yeah, sure, I'm not really responsible for them. When I press this button, it leads indirectly to a shock in the other room. But when you're pressing their hand down on a hot plate that's supposed to be this electroshock plate, you know that you're responsible for doing that at a higher level. And sure enough, rates of obedience go down. Another thing that seems to matter is the proximity of authority. So people are, so they found that as the experimenter is closer, when the experimenter is right up on you, like in the film, then you tend to obey authority at a very high rate. When they leave and say, I'll call you, really, I'll call, I promise. And then they call in the orders. In that condition, obedience goes way down. So, and in a couple other conditions that they ran, obedience was lower when the authority was further away. So they find the proximity of authority matters. Why would proximity of authority matter? Well, one is you're afraid of authority, right? You may actually be afraid that this skinny man in a white lab coat is going to try to assault you. And he actually is very insistent and kind of a jerk to you, right? So it is kind of possible this guy's behind you, like you kind of think maybe he might assault you. And regardless, you're sort of afraid of people in positions of power, right? You sort of assume they can do something to you. Even though he can't, people I think assume this. The guy in the undershirt did not assume that. Also, when people are calling in the commands, they're less timely. They're less like on point. Like you do the shock, and then you hear the response, and when the experimenter's right behind you, he goes, you must continue, like just right then. You've got it all coordinated. He knows exactly what you're hearing, and he can time his next order to kind of, to get in there before you doubt and start to think, oh man, this is getting bad. Whereas when it's on the phone and they're calling in the orders occasionally, or it's on a tape recording, you can be like, wow, this is getting really bad. That guy's screaming. I should stop doing that. The timeliness, the kind of the rhythm of the orders, I think, really matters. Also, legitimacy, the appropriateness of the commands. That also seemed to matter. So when they did the study, this isn't really a proximity of authority thing. It's more legitimacy of authority. Okay, well, they have conflicting evidence. So they thought that the legitimacy of the authority figure might lead to you being more likely to obey the authority. That when it's this really legitimate source of orders, then you'd be more likely to follow the commands. And so that's why they went to run it in Bridgeport. But when they ran it in Bridgeport, there was no real difference. But in another version of the study, they had a research assistant give the orders. The experimenter was like, I gotta go. Here is my 23-year-old research assistant who will tell you to electrocute someone now. And then people obeyed a lot less. So we have sort of conflicting evidence on legitimacy of authority. All right, we're going to lap one a little early, and then we'll meet back next Tuesday as we continue learning about obedience to authority. Have a terrific weekend. All right.